Guys, welcome to Fish Hook Outdoors. I'm Charles. As you can see in front of me, I've got greens, I've got nuts, and all kinds of goodies. Do you ever wonder where I got pesto from? I've done several videos when I've incorporated pesto into the recipe. I can assure you I didn't go to the store to buy pesto. I went to the store to get ingredients. So I want to share a little secret, a very simple secret on how to make homemade pesto. I'd like to show you guys just how easy it is and encourage you to try this recipe. So I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer. I'm going to go over all the ingredients. All right, guys, how we're going to make today's pesto. First, we're going to, I got as much organic as possible. Usually it's 100%. I've got organic almonds. I'm going to use almonds instead of pine nuts. There's many greens you can make pesto out of. Pesto is just like a slurry of greens that you make it into almost like a paste with a lot of olive oil. And you can doll it up with beautiful pine nuts or almond nuts or walnuts. I've even done them with pistachio nuts and they were just out of this world. But there's a lot of different greens. Today I'm going to do, everything is organic. Italian flat leaf parsley, cilantro, smells outrageous, and organic green kale. Everything is organic. We've got fresh squeezed lemon juice. I was able to get organic Parmesan cheese. I've got minced garlic powder, and ground black pepper. And I will be putting some salt in as well. I didn't bring it out here. And of course, can't make it without good Italian extra virgin olive oil. So we're going to be mixing it up here. And I'm going to zoom in for you and show you what we do. I'm going to get everything ready and then mix it up in this bowl here. And we're going to have a beautiful paste, and I'll show you the consistency. Again, every recipe, every dish I do is open for interpretation and modifications. You guys, if you like it more lemony, put more lemon in there. If you guys like more of this or more of that, have at it, make it to your taste, but I'm going to show you the basic way to address this. Now, sometimes I've made this and I put a nice bunch of basil in there just to give it an additional flavor. You don't have to. I've done, most of the time it's been total basil. But I want to stretch it. Basil's expensive, so I'll throw kale in there. Well, kale's strong. If you like that flavor, if you don't, I throw some cilantro. I don't want anything to compete with the flavors. I want them to go together. These two go together great, and the kale is great. Just adds a whole new dimension. We're going to prepare our cilantro first. So we're going to cut off this bottom piece, which we don't need. And the first thing you want to do, it's a little time consuming. You want to try to grab like that. Just the leaves. That's where the thing is. Very little, a little bit of stem as possible. Takes a little bit to do, and you really don't want that. There's no flavor in that. The flavor's in the leaves. So this is going to take a little while. I'm not going to bore you guys with this, but that's the first thing. You've got to invest a little bit of time taking all the leaves off. And even a little bit of the stem isn't going to hurt nothing. Everything is edible. I don't waste a lot of time doing it. I can do this pretty fast. We just got this one bunch of cilantro all pulled. The smell is just beautiful, but that's what it looks like. And now we're going to proceed to do the same thing to, this is the Italian flat leaf parsley. We're going to do the same thing and put that in that same pot with the cilantro, all the leaves, and we're going to start peeling these the same thing. All right, we've got everything cut up, all the leaves pulled off, all the cilantro, the parsley, and I've got the kale in here. I put everything into this strainer basket. This is what you need to do. Put this under the faucet, spray it up real good, shake it, and drain as much water as you can, and then we'll bring it back to the table and we'll be ready to start making our pesto. A quick way to dry up all the excess moisture after I shook it out is I just dab it with a nice dry towel, nothing sticks to it. So that works out pretty good. So we're gonna get started now with some almonds. I found that the almonds give it a really nice flavor. All right, we're going to do it just a little bit more. I want a little finer consistency. All right, I think we have it. There you go. This is approximately the consistency. If you like it finer, do it finer. There's just enough there to get a little gritty taste and chewy, and it tastes great in the pesto. So now the next thing we're gonna do, let's put that back in there. We'll start putting a little bit of this in at a time. Just push it down on the sides. It's gonna reduce to nothing. You'll be surprised. The oil is going to saturate this. We'll put a little bit more, and then we have to make room for our ingredients. And then we'll pulse it for a bit until it reduces, and then we'll add more pesto. We're going to put a little bit of the nuts in here, and we add it in as we go. A little bit of lemon juice. And again, a little bit as we go. A little bit of garlic. And again, you can make it as powerful as you want with the garlic. I season it to taste. I know what I like. All right. I used sea salt. I've found iodized sea salt, so I got the best of both worlds. It looks like a lot, but it really isn't a lot, these ingredients. And then the magic touch. You're gonna put a lot of olive oil in, just to get it going. And we'll add cheese in this in just a little bit. Now we'll put a little bit of cheese in there. It's going to get a lot of cheese during the course of the mixing. And don't be afraid to add some oil as you mix it. This will help it emulsify much quicker. As you can see, it just pulls it right down. It creates its own vortex. Beautiful. Oh yeah. It's got a good mixture so far. This is the way it should look. Just like that. And we're going to keep adding to it. You see how it reduced down? And we got to constantly tweak it and tweak it and tweak it. There's still excess water in here. Didn't get it all out. But we're good. Okay. Add some more seasonings. Believe it or not, I can barely taste my seasonings. It just consumes it. Just push it down in there, jam it in there. And of course, more olive oil. The step-by-step instructions and basic amounts will be in the links below, so don't get worried if you miss something here. I'll have it all listed out. And you guys, again, are going to, everybody does this, you're going to modify, you're going to keep adding oil. If you like a different consistency, you go that far. I know what I like. Well, we have mixed this pesto, added more oil. This is the consistency that you want. A very loose paste, and you can reduce it further by adding more olive oil and seasonings. Totally up to you guys. I added in what I like. I like a lot of garlic, and it still has no bite whatsoever, but it's really, really tasty. So this is where I get my pesto from. Isn't that beautiful? I love the taste of kale, and I thought that was a real good ingredient, and it goes well with cilantro and parsley. Well guys, there you have it. Homemade pesto. I'm going to put this in a plastic container. Let me tell you something about the homemade pesto. You can refrigerate it, of course, and you can freeze it as well, and you will not damage it. This will work good as a spread on sandwiches. It's extremely tasty with meat and sandwiches. I've had that on the boat. Amy's made it for me, and wow, it tasted way better than mayo. It goes great on chicken. It goes great on fish. And then with cheese on it, oh man, you got a meal fit for a king. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a blast doing it. Now you know how to make pesto. There's no excuse now. Send me your comments. I'd love to hear feedback that you guys have tried this. I'll have all the detailed list of ingredients and the how-to. Again, this is a guideline. Modify it. Send me your info. I might end up modifying my recipe. I do it to taste because I know how it should taste. But everybody's palate's different. If you guys are new to the channel, you were checking out YouTube and you saw us, we're a full fishing, hunting, cooking channel. We do reviews on seafood restaurants. We do product reviews, how-tos, and hunting as well, and fishing. So we are really having a blast doing this, and look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give us a big like. We thank you, and we'll see you guys on the next one.